You can just toss it in the box now.
Here, if you want to kneel on that.
Probably actually sit cross-legged.
You can also use that blanket too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hopefully, with the white background cards, we'll get signing cards. Hopefully.
That would be cool. Let's see. White card goes on top. Suppose we could still number it out like it's a box, but we wouldn't actually like it's.
I'm not worried about it, honestly. I think we got a full case here, I'd say.
Yeah, we definitely still have a full case. But whether or not it's like, it's actually all one case or it's kind of split between three.
Plus we should not make decks, but ask people what they want in the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, and is there any like special rarity that you're interested in?
Special rarity like
card, like specific you're looking for?
From this set, the only like really special rarity that I really want is that the OSR. No, the OUR.
Yeah.
OUR for Yofi. But other than that, I don't think there's any particular like special rarity card. It's rather funny. It feels like a lot of the sets that have a whole bunch of really good cards, like in general for the game, are the ones that have the least amount of cards I am interested in as far as holo members are concerned.
I have to say the same thing. Like, these are kind of just adding holo members that we already have, this set.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a bad set.
Right. Well, like, so from this point on, it is just adding holo members that we've already got, because I want to say the first 4 sets were dedicated to actually getting all of the holo members into the game, at least a little bit.
That is true.
Which is why we got the GG and the herb spots.
Yeah, but we're still missing a bunch of like Oshis for a lot of the cards.
Right.
And in fact, I feel like we're getting more Oshis of cards we already had Oshis for before getting all of them filled out.
No. So this set doesn't have any repeat Oshis yet.
Oh, it does not?
It does not. It's all holo members that had.
Because I thought there was an Aki in here.
There's Aki cards, but she doesn't. She didn't get a new Oshi. She just got like a support cards. So she's now got an extra second, and she's getting another axe that functions as a stone axe.
Oh, really? I thought Yofi also had a Oshi.
She didn't have an Oshi, so in set 1 she got a set of 4 cards, and then I think she maybe has.
Wait, did Kyrie not have an Oshi either?
Well, so she's a starter deck. So she had the starter deck
Oshi.
So this is her first like proper OSR Oshi.
The same thing with Choco, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with Choco and Flare.
Okay.
Yeah, so it feels like we're just getting a whole bunch of repeats, but it's actually the first time that these are all seeing OSR Oshis.
And we're missing the reds for the cheers, by the way. Which is crazy because those are the only ones I ever miss.
Common, uncommon, rare, double rare. The red cheers are the ones that you get the least often.
Yeah. Because I finally just added the Louis cheer.
Okay.
And I'm still missing the Miko from that set. And those are the only cheers I'm missing from any of the sets.
Okay. Friendly PC.
I believe I'm missing the cheers from the 4 set, actually. I take that back.
The special cheers?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Uncommon, rare, uncommon.
The number of white back cards have been a lot less.
It definitely goes down when you don't actually have cheers in the set, but
That's true.
I'm trying to remember how many Oshis we have in this one, if this one is a smaller number.
Common.
Aha! I got an SR. Oh, where's the penny sleeves? Ooh. Nice, nice. Buzz Botan.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, at least for at least for set 6,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to go this many cases, but I'm going to go a fair amount. Probably like 6. And when it gets to a set I'm not a big fan of, I'm going to not dumb it down a lot more. There.
Second Korone. Reveal one first holonym other than Buzz with gamers from the deck, then shuffle. One holonym with gamers gets plus
Delore.
3. Okay. S will be more common than SRs.
You say that, but I feel like I have a lot more SRs.
That actually is possible that you have more SRs. Uncommon.
Speaking of SR, Marine Buzz,
Nice.
which I feel like that's the 4th one of that. At least the 2nd. Oh, I'm curious. Is Aki playable in this set?
She is infinitely more playable than she was from set 1.
Oh, and how do tools play? Because I don't think I've seen them yet.
So, like, Stone Axe is a tool. So you
Okay.
can have each hollow member can have one tool attached.
Okay, well, I take it back, and it's not that I don't see them; it's that I don't see them played often.
Right. So for Watame, that harp is nice because it gives her a little bit extra attack,
Yeah.
plus 10, but it also, I want to say, when something is downed, you get a cheer from the archive.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask if they're used like they are.
If
Like-
she's on a second Watame, it gives her plus 20 arts instead of plus 10. And when she uses an arts, you may send one cheer from the archive to a Watame. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of the things that Yellow Watame is missing is kind of that extra 20 damage because she can get to 180, but hitting that 200 is difficult.
Yeah, there's not a lot of cards in the later sets that can get to 200.
Yeah, so generally speaking, getting that 200 requires you to have the something like a stone axe, like some kind of tool or explosion magic. There's a special late night drinking stream.
What? Oh,
It's the gravity for alcohol. And yeah, so one of the cool things is Aki's, she gets this Aki's axe, which will give 10 arts normally, but if it's on a second Aki, it gives an additional plus 40.
Oh, Aki has axe too?
Well, so yeah, that's the new card. But it functions as a stone axe, so anything that interacts with stone axe will also interact with it. So she has a way to get extra plus 50 damage, and one of the things that she was really suffering with from set 1 was just kind of raw damage.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen that so far, that card.
That's a rare. We've got an uncommon here, and then we got the Polka Oshi. Special heart.
You know, now that I saw it, I'm seeing it more. At least in my hand.
Seeing more of which thing?
The special heart.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I saw quite a few of those.
Ooh, another Narissa.
Nice. Okay, so we've gotten all 3 of the Narissas now. I think.
Did we? Because
Maybe we just gotten 2. Wait,
I remember only getting 1 so far, so this would be the second. Which I'm not complaining.
Theoretically, we should have 3.
Yeah.
Alright.
But also while saying that, I don't think we have all the Oshis yet.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I just got a white card.
Hey, me too.
Okay, well, Oshi time, here it is. I will say, I don't really have an idea of what I want to collect, like how I want the collection to go.
Okay.
So I might do master set for this one at least. I'm thinking about it.
Gotcha.
Because I usually just look for the URs and the S's. No, the SRs. Then like the special rarities in between those. And just try to get as much as possible. Then S's are just kind of for grabs.
Right.
But then I see other people's collections and they're like really organized. And I just, sometimes I just feel like a fake fan because I'm like, I don't know if I'm just into knowing I have rare cards or if I'm actually looking for like specific cards.
Right. Now, for a master set, that's 1 card of each rarity?
No. So master set is every single card.
That's kind of what I meant. So it's like, you'd have all of the S's, all of the base rarities, all of the URs, all the SRs.
It's literally just 1 of every card, including the secrets too.
for me it's mostly I have like a list of cards and or holomems that I would like to have at least one copy of because I like the holomem or the art or whatever.
Yeah.
And then a list of the ones that I want to have a play set of so I can do like deck building stuff.
I gotcha.
Oh. Definitely not a proper box since I now have 30 white cards
Ooh.
in this stack.
Well, there are quite a mix, I have to say.
Yeah.
But also, just how we got them so far, I'm expecting that to happen a lot.
Yeah. Those ones are just sort of sandwiched over there. All right. Common. Jaybird. Common. Ooh. Borderless. So we got a rare. Oh, no, those were uncommon. And people can enjoy this second Poke SR. SRs are here. that is pretty cute art for Poke, I think. With the SR.
I did mention before I really love how the later sets have such a good art. These like the Kobo.
Oh yeah.
That is what I'd expect from an OUR from the first sets.
But that's just like base art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love the fact that that's the case.
Oh, I did it again. A couple uncommons going in a common stack. It's caught forever on the internet. Maybe.
We'll see. You still have to
I get
post
to edit. I get to edit things out.
And you got quite a lot to edit this time.
Yeah, I mean, preferably I don't have to edit much at all. I can just kind of put stuff up.
Maybe dub over it.
Yeah. Ooh, we got rare flare and really rare flare.
Ooh. That's our Voton.
Nice. Yeah. I also like this flare art where she's doing like a water gun with paint. I think that's because she plays Splatoon, or she's known for playing Splatoon at least.
I will say, so it said 2 and 3. There wasn't a lot of descriptive cards that had stuff like that.
Okay.
Because this is the Corona. This is the UR for Cronin.
Okay.
And a lot of the URs, if you go through them, they're the more descriptive ones. That's from set 1.
Right.
And a lot of them have like that plain like background like they did with the regular ones, just changed up. Like that is, well, that's
just the regular
yeah.
there.
Then you get these.
Yeah, that one's from set 2, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Set 2. Which I had to say, I think I'm gonna at least lower down on what cards I grid. Keep it to secret rares and OURs.
Yeah. Rare, uncommon jailbird, OSR Noel. OSR. Yes.
Ooh, OSR? Okay.
Nice. So this set actually is very interesting to see. So you know how normally secrets just take the OUR art?
Yeah.
Polka has 3 arts for her Oshi. She's got the OSR art, the OUR art, and unique art just for the secret.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes it better, I want to say. Like, to try to give the secrets. Because I like having the secrets, but honestly, they don't feel much different other than the signature.
Right.
And like the gold text. than the regular cards, but having that would be so much better. I love the really rare for Picora.
Yeah. Is that one of the ones that also has a secret? The Picora really rare?
Does the Picora really rare have a secret? I'm not sure. I know it's like the box art.
I feel like it does. I feel like this set had a Picora secret rare, and then you also had the Soraz Celebration secret rare. So it had two that weren't oceans. 3 commons.
Soraz Celebration is still the one I am aiming for.
Rare, double rare, Narissa Ravencroft OSR.
Lots of commons.
As is.
I think yellow Fubuki is not a bad fit. But I think white Fubuki should be the go-to.
Yeah.
I don't really know how I feel about these different colors.
Okay.
I mean, they're not really bad from what I've seen. Like, they don't change up the game so far.
Right.
But when it does start changing up the game, are we going to like it, or...
That depends on how much you like the holomems that are going to be changing up the game. Because I do understand there's definitely some complaints about the idea that...
Flare, oh, sorry.
Oh, nice. The color change ones, they all have colorless cheer requirements. So that they can fit into the deck that they originally come from. They just have a different color. But there is sort of the complaint that doing that makes it feel like you're not really giving them a new color. You just they're getting... My train of thoughts ran away. Gone off the rails. Anyway, it's sort of one of those things where it doesn't feel like it's as unique or like set to the side so much. Because like white Pecora fits into the green Pecora deck, which you would hope for.
Yeah.
But what it really does is it says, oh well, we now have abilities that not only roll dice but also draw you cards, because green hasn't typically done a lot of card draw, but that's something that white does.
Which I think the fact that it doesn't affect the other decks you play with those holomen, it doesn't negatively affect it by having to add different colors.
Right.
When it does start affecting it, which will eventually need to happen, I feel like, if you have different colors, or it will just be a cop-out if you don't.
Yeah, so the set 6, Ayakashi Vermilion, will also have sets of 4 color shifted holomems, and they will also have all colorless arts. And they will... But what they do is they give that particular holomem a power boost to the point that they become more competitive viable.
Yeah. The thing is, how this is kind of based off of Pokemon, at least the play wise. When Pokemon did they have a lot more characters to go off of. So they didn't really have to do color change, but they did have a few of them.
Right.
And they were more rare cards. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad idea for hololive. But the fact that they don't have a large group to go off of,
right?
They're limited to, I think, 60 characters right now.
Yeah.
And that number might have gone down depending on what members have already left.
And it will also increase as new generations debut as well.
Oh, of course. I think there is also a ad for people who wanted to applied for the new generation of English.
Yes.
I believe that was, I believe that was months ago.
Yep.
At this point. So the fact that a new generation of English might already be in the works is already likely. And
I'm curious if they will have them debut in the summer, like they did with both Advent and Justice, or if they'll have them debut in the fall or winter.
Which ones have we got for I want to say Council and Myth? Were they summer or were they winter?
I don't remember.
Ah.
Well, so I guess I don't know because I was not really paying that much attention to hololive or VTubers in general when definitely not when Myth came out. And when Council came out, I was passively aware, but I wasn't really actively paying attention.
Yeah.
So I remember watching a clip where Myth was talking about Council debuting, but I never watched Council debut.
Because I think honestly, most of them come out during the summer, because that's when you have the biggest group to watch.
Right. Feels like there's people that have more free time.
And the thing is, a lot of characters either tend to be I don't mean this as an insult to any characters, but they tend to be summer based, design wise, or feel, cheery, energetic, really brings light to a room.
Right.
When you have a design, they don't have any winter aesthetic. They mostly go for summer or just character animal based aesthetic or something like that. And I feel the only one we really got an aesthetic other than summer or bright was Mooman, because she was fall aesthetic, darker colors, but also really homey, and her birthday was also based around fall,
right?
Which I felt worked really good for her as a character.
Yeah, thinking about some of those, hololive does have Lammy, who is an ice elf.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
which the thing is, I would agree that Lammy is, if she really held that aesthetic,
right,
of oh my gosh, here's all the winter stuff we're doing, but she mostly does a lot more summer stuff. So it kind of falls for her.
Yeah. Friendly PC.
That dog's smart, by the way.
Nice.
He has a bell. He knows when to let himself out to the bathroom.
Nice. Yeah. I feel like Advent kind of had a different feel just because they were supposed to have a more dark, edgy theme to them because they were escaped criminals.
Which I have to say, I don't mean to say that some characters don't have specific aesthetics or any aesthetic at all, except for cheery or that. But
right.
I'm more referring to seasonal base.
Right. Well, and even within that, you've got. I mean, birthdays aren't necessarily a thing to go by, but Fuamoko are both very cheery sort of personalities.
Yeah.
Bijou is also very cheery sort of personality. And even Narissa and Shiori are
really
more positive energy. Although I think there is kind of an argument for Shiori. Shiori might have more winter feel than other.
I wouldn't say more winter. I'd say more like, I don't mean gloomy, but I mean
Right.
more like more of a horror aesthetic. Like
Right.
she feeds them more into like the dark and dreary,
Yeah.
but like leads you along in those sort of edgy, like showing like those edgy like art styles or just interests, which also I would like to say is what I mean for those.
Right.
Is people who kind of put you into those like areas, which I feel like Narissa is more like a Halloween.
Mm.
Oh. What's wrong?
No, you have your chicken. Do you need more food? Let the dog eat.
I feel like I got a lot of excitement from that last set of packs, and this one's just kind of a, here's a whole bunch of normal stuff. Which you know.
You have to have a lot of normal stuff when you
Yeah.
open so many packs. So I'm not bothered. But we still haven't got any URs. And we still have 3 in the tank. So that's adding a lot of suspense for me.
RS.
Ew, that's our landing.
Nice.
See, this is what you would get from like set 1. But it still feels more like emotion, like more, you still feel more from it than a lot of what you got from set 1.
Gotcha.
Like this is what I would expect the UR cards for set 1 to be. Which is not to insult the people who made them. It's more of just like a, hey, this is a difference that we got.
Two cards, opponent is down during your opponent's previous turn, and your life is less than your opponent's life, send one share of the card to a column now. I remember that it had conditional ramp, I just couldn't remember what it was.
But yeah, going back to it, like Mume's whole one of her birthday lives was all like fall based.
Okay.
She really fed into like the campfire aesthetic, and she had like a campfire like singing like campfires like song towards the end of it.
Okay.
And I would just like more from, I feel like it would be more interesting to get like a lot more of that. Or even like what Bibu did when she was going around for her 3D Live and like fighting members and stuff like that. Just more. Because I love like the singing and like them going around on stage, but to have like aesthetics and stuff really builds out their character. And I do miss that from a lot of hololive members. But you're getting a lot more in these new hololive members, or even the old ones that are doing more content. So I feel like hololive is ever expanding. Oh, here we go.
Nice. Red cheer.
Grid moon. I'm running out of room.
Can't see the whole common stack anymore in the picture.
It's okay. Commons.
Yeah. Nobody's paying attention to the commons anyway. But these really nice ones I'm covering up with my wrists instead. Oh, that feels like a double rare to me. Hey.
Oh, white?
Yep. One thing I do like is that by the time you really start hitting set 6, all the holomems that have Oshis, or most of the holomems that have Oshis, are like, I would say, tier-wise, like start fitting into the B tier at the lowest. Like there's very few that are like super low tier.
What do you mean, like quality-wise? Or like gameplay-wise?
Gameplay-wise for like their decks.
What's that? If you find your... Oh, that's what you're looking for.
You got an SR Okayu second. I feel like you got all of the different rarities of the Okayu second now.
Ooh, I don't know none of that.
Alrighty, here we go.
Oh, hold on. Oh, SR Okayu?
Another SR, yeah.
Yeah.
You might have a playset of like alternate like higher rarity Okayus. There's 4 commons. There's a Narissa uncommon, and there is a Sora's Celebration.
Take that.
There is a rare Risa, and there it's an OUR Choco.
Oh, I saw the gold.
That is the.
That's crazy.
So you have
Not signed, but it was pretty good.
not signed, but you're getting the alternate art and that special gold foiling.
I have to say, we still have 2 more hits.
Yeah, that when it's the 4th one down, that's probably one of the really special hits.
Yeah. Which I'm quite happy about. This one is 5 down, but I mean that's how it was in the earlier sets too, I will say.
Okay. Yeah, because it's possible to get a regular OSR in a pack, isn't it? With one of the hits, or is it not?
OSR?
Yeah.
As
Like a regular Ocean?
yeah, so I've gone at least you know what? I'm not sure, honestly.
Okay.
Because
Possibly what I'm thinking of is cheers. It's possible to have in sets 1 through 3 you could get a cheer and a
yeah, because that's how my signed and my OUR came out. Was a cheer then the special card. Well, speaking of honey, I will give you some too.
Wait.
I was gonna do that, but I got caught on talking to her.
It's probably better that I don't handle the honey until after we're done with the cards.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'm always careful. I thoroughly wash my hands if I ever handle my cards. They're like the 2 opposite like hobbies. Like raising bees is one of my big hobbies. Then cards is my second big hobby. But I can't do one and do the other at the same time.
Right.
They're forbidden.
I suppose in some ways that's a good thing. You can fully focus yourself on whichever hobby you are currently doing.
Gotcha. Also, 2 of my other hobbies is baking
Okay.
and painting, and I can't do those with any of my other hobbies. So it always ends up one or the other.
Rare.
I feel like they have more purple cards in this set than the other one combined. Which would make sense.
We have 2 purple Oshis in this set.
Ooh, I haven't seen this Choco yet.
Nice. Is that the UR?
No, SR.
SR? Alright, SRs have, they're just full forward, right?
Yeah.
So that's her second then.
This is a first.
That's a first?
Yeah.
Oh. Nice.
I feel like that's a different art than what we saw.
Yeah. I'm really curious about the first Choco. Do I have one in here? Wow. Well, I actually put in Mr. Ravencroft in there.
I've stopped separating the nerds since we have so many at this point.
I suppose that's fair.
I am separating a lot of the special cards. Which reminds me, I was going to ask, what do we want for... Do we want to start making decks for new people?
That would not be a bad idea.
Yeah, especially like talking to the 2 people who were interested in playing. It would be nice if we had decks that are like good quality,
Right.
that we can just leave with Dakota. So if one of us isn't there, we don't have to worry about other people trading them.
Right.
Yeah, I really want to get another case if we don't get a signature. But I know I shouldn't. Plus, that's the thing that gets me. If we get another signature that isn't one of the Oshis, how is that going to look? Because it's not going to be a white card. So it would just be a surprise for us. And I was also wondering about the hits as well. Like, would that count as a UR or OUR? Or can that be a regular rarity too?
For the non-Oshi secrets?
Yeah.
I feel like they they take whatever slot the secret takes, which I think is a UR slot.
Okay.
So yeah, because it's you get a UR, an OUR, or a secret. I think is the way it usually works. Rare, and then another OCG SR.
Okay.
You will definitely have SRs that you can trade around because I've seen some doubles.
Oh, I've seen multiple doubles so far.
Common, uncommon, rare, and special. Uncommon, rare, and uncommon. Which Oshi will this one be?
Ooh, I'm curious. Has Mark posted any of her? What's the name for it? Posted any more card opening packs? Because I feel like after the sign cards, she finally got them. She had to settle down,
Right.
because she was opening more than
She's
almost
going crazy
anyone
with it.
would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also with her doing that, I feel like it really laid down how special the sign cards are.
Right.
Oh. No, it's not. It's not. That's enough. Oh. I'm sorry about him, but he's really energetic.
That's fair.
A little too energetic for me now. So I think in every master case, you're guaranteed one OUR.
Yes. So this was, if this was the master case, this was your guaranteed OUR.
Yeah, which I will say is crazy, because when I first got into it, I think my first two sets of 8, so I would always buy 6 to 8 boxes, like packs, cases, no, boxes, every time I bought new cards.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew you were guaranteed one UR and one OUR, which is what I thought. Because every time I buy 8, I get one UR and one OUR.
Oh, interesting.
And the first time it was the secret. So that's how I thought they always came out. Then when I bought a case on my own, no, the second time I bought a case on my own, it didn't happen.
Right.
And I got really confused. And I was like, what? I'm supposed to get OUR with it. I was not. I just got really lucky. The luck is just insane. Which I have to say, I will be disappointed if I don't get a signed card and someone else does, or multiple people get it from our store.
Oh, gotcha.
That'd be crazy sad, but honestly, that's how the cookie crumbles, and I will be extremely happy for them. As sad as I might be. Do you want me to take away your comments by any chance?
Sure, why not?
Oh, are you down to your last?
This is my penultimate box.
Oop. The rest.
Uncommon. I think I will finally you start not putting aside nursery and grass.
I will say, so Aki Rosenthal kind of gives me a spring aesthetic. The same thing with Eofi.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they really feed into it. Going back to the aesthetic thing. I feel like it would be the perfect thing to feed into.
Second special.
Ooh. Polka.
Nice. It's the Oshi. So like that Lamy SR you were showing where it was just sort of a frosty background.
Yeah.
There's the regular card of it. It's just.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's got just kind of a plain background. So when you then get the SR treatment, it does look a lot nicer.
I kind of like that. Make the other cards feel special. I feel like hololive is hitting a lot of good marks with their card franchise.
Ah, speaking of SRs, Risu.
Oh, how does Indonesia fare in this new set? Because do we get more Risu and more Eofi? Which I'm surprised no Muna. Ooh.
I want to say Muna's in the next
This
set.
one's new.
Very nice. Yeah, Muna gets an Oshi, and then she gets a very impressive looking card, but because I have not paid as much attention to the meta since then, I don't actually know. I don't think her card like makes huge waves, but I'm not certain. I know that ID in general, still the strongest thing you can do with it is raining.
Okay.
Or it is also possible that the people who are like playing the really competitive games and trying to find like really broken decks, oh, there's an SR Yopi as well,
Okay.
are just not experimenting as much with ID. But some of the IDs, especially like Area 15, they try and play off of each other, but because of that, they end up making their decks more complicated than others.
Yeah.
So you have to jump through hoops just to get the results that other decks can just get without those hoops.
Fair enough.
Yeah, like the I was interested in building a Risu deck until I really saw that the way that Risu works is you've got to have 3 colored cheers to get 150 damage for her second.
Oh.
So you have to have a yellow, a blue, and a green cheer on her.
Oh, yellow, blue, and a green?
Yeah. So it's like, oh, like I have to play 3 colored cheers, and while the 3 members for that are I think it's Risu, Yoki, and Muna, like they all ramp, and so you can find those cheers theoretically easily. You put in a lot of work to get 150 damage, which is not very very high for a second when you're looking at the competitive scene.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I got another one.
Oh!
And it's Flare again.
That's crazy.
But congratulations, you will definitely have something to trade for a different HR.
But I did say if we get multiple, you get one too.
Oh.
So you do say that for yourself.
Okay.
If that is you. And you can also use that for trade power if you wanted to.
I probably will.
I want to know how they fare with like the sale and trade. I will say, this is not me trying to guilt trip you or like take it back, but when the Advent SR, I saw that originally and it was like $20. Then I checked it like a month ago,
and it's gone up quite a lot.
It's almost at 100. It's like 80 something right now, and I went, oh.
There's the.
I don't regret giving it to you, but I feel it in my stomach. I do.
Yeah, the HRs are definitely ones that are going to have quite a bit of value to them. Because if you think about it, it's 3 cases, and we have seen 2.
Yeah. Which is, I feel like more rare than the URs.
Right.
So I put them...
It is more rare than the URs.
Yeah, I put them in between the URs and the OURs.
Let's see.
Oh.
It might be as rare as a UR.
Ooh. That brings me to a different fear. What if that counts as a UR?
I don't think the HRs counts as URs, but I don't know.
Are we sure?
I'll have to look it up.
Because we've gotten 1 OUR, 2 HRs, then 3 URs. So if it did, that means we would have no more URs.
If that is the case. Otherwise, we've still got...
We still got quite a few. Don't get me wrong. But that does bring up a new fear of the amount of rare cards that would take the place of URs is going up.
Right.
To be fair. So in that case, maybe I might not give you...
Yeah, I was like, that one is definitely a higher value than an SR.
Yeah, we might have to hold off on that until we find out. I will say, if people are trying to max out their like coolness for like decks, and they try to go with all flares, like a flare deck, they would definitely be having an expensive deck, I will say. So
I believe the blue HR in this set is Suisei. Just throwing that out there. And Narissa Ravencroft is the purple one.
Oh, yeah. If Suisei and Narissa are the 2 most high-paid cards or characters, what are their HRs?
Yeah.
Because I know their secrets are both going for an insane amount of money.
Right. Hopefully the price tag of 2,000 will in fact go down on Narissa's.
It certainly will, because I mean we did that with. Actually, no, I take that back. Because Suisei originally was about 1,000.
Okay.
And it went up to 1,400.
Right.
And most Suiseis you can find are priced at higher than 1,400. So it's one of those things. It's...
My thought was, though, the 2,000 feels like a price tag of, Narissa Ravencroft is, like, this is the English exclusive secret, and so they try to charge more. Like, they give it a higher price tag than what it will eventually settle to. Like, I could see Narissa Ravencroft settling to about the same price as Suisei.
Yeah. The thing is, speaking of that, it also didn't sell yet, I don't believe. So we could certainly see a drop. If someone...
Right.
It posted for that much online, but a lot of sign cards post for 1,000. And it's not until someone sells it for cheaper that sets the market price.
Right.
So as long as someone's not stupid enough to buy a $2,000 card, it's certainly going to go down.
Right.
But that is really unlikely. Come on. I will say, I haven't seen anyone post any pictures of the HRs either.
Mm.
But no one's really posted any of their polls from last night. So I've been kind of curious.
Did they get like go in at midnight and get boxes?
No, they went in, so they did pre-release.
Ah, okay. Pre-release.
In pre-release, I believe you can get cards the day before. So they all did like a opening of like a case opening.
Okay.
Yesterday at like 6 o'clock.
My last pile of cards.
Yeah, I'm a little behind on you.
I just kind of kept moving forward when you went to talk with people or take care of the dogs, so yeah.
Yeah, he's a handful by the way. The dog, by the way.
Yeah. I assumed as much. Watame Special Pecora. Yeah. I'm curious to see how polls worked out with this, like, because they again added in
Not only the new rarity, but the Narissa.
the new rarity. Well, I was gonna say the Narissa, but the starter deck, the
Oh yes.
Marine starter deck with the Hollow Fantasy in their summer swimsuits and Flare in her summer dress.
I mean, I think they did that with the set before,
They did.
and it didn't really mess up the rarities.
Did it not? Okay, it's good to know.
It didn't feel like it did at least, but this with the new rarity, it definitely does not feel the same. Yeah, especially.
You think it took the place of the UR?
Yeah, I think it did, and not only does that. Oh, never mind, didn't it?
Aha! Got a UR.
That's the second Okayu, I believe. Actually.
You have 2 Okayu URs and 2 Flare SRs. You got cases that came with similar things.
Which I don't mind, honestly. Which means the last
Yeah, I
one,
was like, I might have something cool still left in this pile.
or in here. One can only hope.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, 4 down.
Ooh, 4 down. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that's either OUR or a secret.
Mm.
I'm gonna say that for the last card.
Yeah.
We're saving that for the last.
Pack.
Yeah. You know, that reinvigorated my hope. But I will say, if we don't get a signed card, I might be going back. We shall see.
I mean, signed cards are never guaranteed.
I know, but I can hope. I will say, I've only ever pulled 2 signed cards out of maybe. I bought 2 cases for every set, I want to say.
Oh!
Oh!
HR that's not Flare.
Yeah.
So it looks like you get 1 HR in each case, probably.
Which is not bad. I mean, I want to say it feels. It's nice. I kind of like that. But yes, it definitely adds a different, like, I want to say breed of cards.
Right.
Because you get UR, OURs, and secret, and those all fall in the same category. But these fall into its own category.
Yeah. Having it fall into its own category is nice.
Yeah, because now I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I got one of these. I like it, but I don't have the chance to game the UR.
Right. It actually does add an extra like hit pack to your cases.
Yeah. But I would say I kind of like it more if it was like Ghost Rarities and like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay. I don't know what Ghost Rarities and Yu-Gi-Oh!
So it's
I've
kind
heard
of
them, but-
it's kind of like the sign cards, but for Yu-Gi-Oh. So they have a card that's all like white. It's like a regular card,
Okay.
but the colors like all like faded to shades of white, like normally.
Okay.
And they're about, I'd say, not only have I not seen many online, I've never once seen them in person for how many people I knew who played. So I want to say it's rarer than it would be like signed cards.
Okay. My last card was an SR, which is kind of a nice way to end it.
Ooh.
A rather yandere looking Noelle, but you know. She's so happy to murder you.
I mean, a lot of people would like to go that way. I don't think most people can play.
Okay, I did get doubles, but I opened up. I did not open up one of each, because I didn't get any of the green ones. Yeah.
Oh, you did not?
Well, because I opened up a Polka, 2 Noelles, Narissa, Okayu, Chaco, and Flare. So
Was there no green in this?
Yofi. I didn't get the Yofi.
Oh, I got
one in the side that I picked up.
Ooh, got another flare.
Nice. Yeah, because we should have 3 of each Oshi.
I gotcha. I mean, do you want to count mine? Because I only got 5 this one. And these are the ones from last time.
Uh-huh. You can confirm.
Yeah, you can check, because that might have changed the rarity.
And we got 3 flares. There's 2 Narissas. 3 Narissas. Doing it completely out of order. It's fantastic.
No.
There are 3 Chacos, 3 Polkas, 2 Okayus, 2 Yofis, 2 Noelles.
Ooh. What? Then it might have changed it. Okay, well that Okayu's...
That's a UR. It's just a second. I'm putting in the sleeve. You have 4 Chacos because you got a OSR Chaco.
So maybe it's not guaranteed to be one of each. It's guaranteed to be that and maybe OUR.
Maybe.
You're guaranteed a certain amount.
Maybe. That is interesting.
Because I remember there was one said you're only... I think I only got 8 of the... I think I got a case and I only got 8 of the... It was like 9 characters. I think it was a third set. I got 8 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was missing one of them, but I got one OUR, which was like a repeat of the Noelle.
Gotcha.
And I think it was second set. Yeah, second set. So I think that might be the case. Because I think that would make sense. Because the numbers would add up, in my opinion. Which, I'm glad the ones we got were Narissa.
Yeah, we got 3 Narissas.
You're swallowing the same I am.
Yeah, and Chaco's Oshi is also
Ooh, super
good
rare.
for Ruri Cadets. Nice.
Oh, actually, speaking of rare card, because I'm more willing to give you the flare one, or would you like the Ririka?
I think I might look through the SRs and see if there is something that
Of course.
stands out to me there.
And if we did pull a sign card, which if,
yeah.
you can pick multiple. I do not mind.
We've got that last one to look at.
I have to say, with the last one being so good, these ones feel underwhelming.
Yeah. Just building up to that last one. I still find it rather interesting we did not get one of each Oshi in each of the cases.
You know what? I kind of agree with you, but I think it would make sense.
Yeah.
Picor.
Yep.
Clear. Suisse. Shoku. Oh, that's a con.
Here's the
Where's
staff.
Polka. Okayu. Ah, not assigned.
That's the one! That's the alternate art!
Oh!
That's the OSR!
With
It's
Godzilla
got
in the
Godzilla
background.
on it.
That's so good, actually. That's
the
so
one.
good. It's
This
not the
is
sign
Lee.
card.
It's not the sign card, but that's the OSR.
That is perfect. The best way to end this.
Oh. We have 3 Yofis now.
There we go. We're just missing the Okayu.
Oh, there's that Godzilla. Yeah, I don't know if they can see it.
That's such a good hit, actually.
Oh.
Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna organize them, by the way.
Oh, there's another Yofi. Oshi.
Oh, that's an Oshi?
Yeah, that's an Oshi.
Oh.
And there's another Noel Oshi.
Oh, that makes sense, because it was the guy who was pulling them who didn't know what they were. So we might have actually...
There's probably one more Okai Oshi, and you in fact did get one of each Oshi in each case.
That's crazy, because I don't see Okayu in here. What? That's crazy. Oh, here we are. This is mine. Yep. There we go. One of each.
All right.
It's official. That's how they rock. Oh, this is so good, actually. Where's the...
Yeah.
I'm going to take a picture of all these.